I'm going to do a sound check real quick and make sure everything is working just fine. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Oh, come on, catch up.
When I started my business in 2011, I chose Wix.
Okay. Now let's see if it's working. Okay, sound is working good. Hello, everybody. Begin in just a few minutes. Give people a moment to get in here because it does take a moment to get kind of caught up. All right, wonderful. Hello. So glad that y'all could make it and that I could go live today. So a couple announcements before we get started. I'll get to those in just a second. Good afternoon. Good morning to some of you, afternoon to others, and good evening to the rest. So wherever you are tuning in from today, welcome, and so glad to be doing this live for you, giving us a chance to actually connect a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hello, everybody. I'm going to do all signs, your weekend messages, and I'm going to be using the tarot of the Golden Wheel. This is a new tarot deck that I purchased. I haven't used it yet, I don't think. Maybe once. And I have been called, like, very, very drawn to using the Soul's Journey lesson cards. I couldn't figure out which reading I wanted to use it for. Weeklies, bonus, but for the last couple of weeks, I keep reaching for it. And I feel like it's for your weekend messages. I was very strongly called to use the lesson cards for your weekend messages. So, a couple announcements. I just want to say thank you, everybody, so much for being so patient this last week. Nobody really knows what's going on in my situation. I'm a very private person when it comes to my personal life on certain things. I will dive into emotional things with you, but just to let you know, I did have a family emergency about a week ago that happened. My mother fell and she broke her leg, and she was rushed for immediate surgery. So that has been my main focus the last week and a half. I feel like our entire family, we've been focused on her and helping her through whatever she needs right now. So the weekly messages, your weekly readings, your bonus readings, are being posted on time and will continue to be posted on time. However, I did not get to do your weekend messages last weekend, and that's why. I had a lot that was definitely more important, and I know that y'all understand. And when it comes to family, we got to take care of those we love as they take care of us as well, right? Sometimes the ones that take care of us end up needing our help and care along the way. So she is doing much better now, and that's good. So, we just look to her healing and a fast recovery. But after this, I'm going to go make her a meal and help her with whatever she needs to get done. So I'm staying with her when she needs me during the day, and my siblings as well are with her. Family's all with her. So, all right. So that's what's been going on in my life the last week and a half. All right. Let's go ahead and get started on your messages. And we're going to start with Aries, and I'm going to work all the way through Pisces. Since this is live, at the end, I will timestamp once I have completed the reading. Please allow the time for me to make the timestamps. Some people do get impatient. I know you're eager to find where your sign messages are at in the reading, but I appreciate you being patient while I take care of that. Anything else? I think that's pretty much it. Your monthly readings for August are going to be coming up this weekend, so tomorrow and Sunday. And I think that is pretty much it for the time being. So let's go ahead and get started. All right. And oh no, there was one more thing I wanted to address, just because, you know, as my channel grows, not everybody knows when the schedule is for your weekly readings. So on Tuesday is when I start the weekly readings. And on Tuesday is going to be air signs. All right. Wednesday is going to be earth signs. Thursday is fire signs. And Friday is your water sign readings. And the only reason I'm saying this is I've had quite a few people asking me to put out their weekly readings already. But as you know, I have to work by my schedule and do what I can. I can't just give you half a message or a message that's not really that great. If my intuition isn't really connecting, it's not fair to you, it's not fair to other viewers. So I have to have a gap in the time of when I do certain readings, so I can definitely recoup and give the next person accurate messages for their sign. So thank you so much for being patient. All right, let's go ahead and get started, everyone. Now, let's start with Aries. We're going to look at weekend messages for Aries for this upcoming weekend. What important messages do you have for Aries? Important weekend messages for Aries. All right, so at the bottom of the deck is going to be what you need to avoid for the weekend, which is going to be the Nine of Swords. So being in a mental state of fear, fearing things maybe not working out in a situation, or just fears, the mental, also sadness, depression, kind of, maybe you've been going through something really tough lately and fear can get the best of you. Worry that things are going to get to that point, like, oh my gosh, this is going to happen, that's going to happen, but it hasn't yet. It's definitely the worry, it's definitely anxiety. So avoid extra stressors, avoid being stuck in your head or allowing yourself to be in a mental state that imprisons you, because your weekend messages are really good. We have the Strength card, we have the Seven of Wands, and we have the Hanged Man, okay? So you're being told that you are a lot stronger than you have been giving yourself credit for. And now is the time to take a stand for yourself, believe in yourself. I feel that there might even be opinions of other people that have been bothering you, or other people's opinion. People are just giving out their opinions, and they're going to do that this weekend. Don't listen to them. Be patient through these challenges. Stand up for yourself. With that Hanged Man, everything will work itself out. There's nothing you really need to do or worry about the situation. Everything will work itself out. You don't have to. I feel like if somebody is enticing you, trying to get a rise out of you, Aries, just to push your buttons, you don't have to engage with that person. So avoid the extra stressors. Avoid being in that state of feeling that things are going to go wrong because somebody's negative. If you have negative energy around you, negative people around you, definitely change that up and take a break from them right now, okay? So let's go ahead and get a lesson card. So your soul's journey lesson card. We have discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So that is important to tell yourself. Remember that as well. And you are a very disciplined sign. So, and freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Absolutely. And I feel that this weekend you're being told to focus on that. The Strength also saying, you got this. Take a stand in your own happiness Everything is working itself out. There's no need to worry. Okay, so that is a really good message. I like that for you. Let's go ahead and move on to our next sign. So let's move on to Taurus. All right. All right, give me weekend messages for Taurus. What important messages do you have for Taurus this weekend? Important weekend messages for Taurus. Be careful, Taurus, of a certain situation. The Justice card at the bottom of the deck is what you need to avoid, and maybe that means you need to avoid making things fair and just with a particular person that might be things might not be working out in a certain situation. Okay, 10 of Wheels, which is the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, we have the Magician in reverse. You're being told that there is definitely someone possibly in your family that is being deceitful. And the King of Cups, this is somebody very close to you. Somebody that definitely shows a lot of love to you. But there's something about I feel like the Justice card is saying, you know, whenever, like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go forward with these plans. If it's a love situation, you're being told to kind of take a moment and reflect on the situation to make sure that it is correct for you, Taurus. Don't rush into anything. You don't need to rush into anything. And with that 10 of Pentacles, some of you could also be going through a tough time financially. Just know that leading with how you truly feel about a situation, and even though if you're going through financial strain, there's somebody who might want to help you out. And I feel like you're not the type of person to accept help easily. And with that being said, you might kind of say, no, I'm fine, or no, that's not necessary, or no, that's okay, to somebody who's trying to give their love and support. Allow that person, if it's someone very genuine and you're that type of person, you're needing help, allow that person to help you. But make sure it's not with any strings attached, right? I feel like don't try and do everything on your own if you're needing help in a particular situation. We all go through that, struggles and situations. But also, with a particular person that's close to you, they're being deceitful about something, and I feel that you don't need to rush, kind of wait and see how the things turn out. All right, we have humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. So if you are going through a tough time, Taurus, as well, you're being told to look around and be grateful for what you have and what you've accomplished so far. This is a very beautiful card, the humor card, and laugh it off in a sense. I don't know what that, that applies to, but somebody needed to hear, like, just have to laugh things off sometimes. And relationships, I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. So yeah, I am getting that. There might be one particular relationship that is not good for you. Sometimes you have to laugh that off. And then there are people who are genuine and there for you, wanting to help and be supportive of you in a time of need. So allow those people to help, that want to, that are really genuine and loving. Not someone, if someone's being overly nice, just kind of be cautious. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to Gemini. Let me pull the shuffle. Okay, right there, just once. Okay. Give me important weekend messages for Gemini. Important weekend messages for Gemini. Okay, you're being told to avoid, ooh, keep working hard on something, but you're being told to avoid maybe spending too much, Gemini, or looking at just materialism or being focused on materialism. So the Nine of Cups comes out in reverse. If this is towards a person, maybe even avoid someone who's trying to really nurture you in a sense, they might not be single. If that's the case, that person might not be single with that Nine of Cups in reverse, or you're not single. So don't get yourself in a situation where you just avoid it at all costs if that's the case. The Death card comes out and the Eight of Wheels. So, which is the Eight of Pentacles. And with that, I am seeing if you're being told to avoid nurturing a particular situation, one of you is not single. If not, both of you, it needs to end. You worked too hard to get where you're at. You worked so hard to change and transform. I also get personally for you, don't be so focused on materialism. Yes, you're doing a great job. Things are changing. You might feel that your dream hasn't come true just yet, but be patient. You are working really hard. Don't focus on just the material aspect of whatever it is that you have going on. Kind of look at everything and say, you know, I'm okay with where I'm at, and continue to proceed to make progress, because you are definitely working hard at something in particular. It looks like a change, working hard at a change. Possibly even feeling that something that was supposed to be a wish fulfillment that did not turn out entirely the way it was supposed to, that feels like it ended, but it has caused you to work harder on yourself or other situations, pay closer detail and attention to things that are important to you now. So let's go ahead and get oracle card for you. We have health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So some of you, this could be health related. And if that's the case, definitely take care of yourself. Your health is important. And slow and steady wins the race is what I hear. Did I say Taurus? I feel like I said Taurus. This is Gemini. So some of you could be dealing with a Taurus helping you. Did I say Taurus? I feel like I did. I apologize if I did. This is for Gemini. So Gemini, for your health, honor your physical, your physical vessel. Some of y'all are Geminis with Taurus placements, or right on the cusp of a Taurus Gemini. I don't know. It's strange, but it happens. It's been happening. Sorry. Sometimes things get channeled and I can't help that, but I'm like, wait a minute. All right. Forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Okay. So, forgive yourself for certain things. Don't be so hard on yourself as well, Gemini. Acknowledge that resentment only blocks the flow of love towards yourself. So if you've been hard on yourself or certain situations, you're being told to kind of let things go and focus on the progress that you've made this far. So I love that. Okay. All right. Sorry for that. I felt like your messages were getting taken over for a second there. It happens. All right. Real as Renee, I'm not doing readings for tips, but I appreciate it. Like, I don't do personals and there's no super chats, but if y'all want to donate super thanks or anything like that, you are more than welcome to. It is never expected. It's always appreciated though. So I appreciate anything that anyone wants to do. And even if you don't, just being here for your messages, that really gives me greater joy than anything is, the messages that help each and every one of you. So let's go ahead and move on to Cancer. So weekend messages for Cancer, please. Ooh, what do we have going on here, Cancer? You're overworking yourself. Okay. The Four of Swords at the bottom of the deck is what you should avoid this weekend. So, but you're overworking yourself. I feel that this could be something lingering. If you're trying to finish up a project, avoid allowing maybe that to get the best of you. There might even be a project that needs to be finished by the weekend. If you could do it today or tomorrow before Sunday, then you have the extra day to relax and rest. All right, so this definitely has to do with your independence, your stability, and feeling good. That Nine of Pentacles did come out a little bit like this, so I do get a sense that you might be drained or feeling, some of y'all feel unappreciated in a sense. You're taking on a lot more responsibility, or you have taken on a lot more responsibility, and it's time to ask for help a little bit. I feel like avoid like a break in communication with people. Be open to ask for help. Even if you are an independent person, Cancer, that's okay. The Page of Wands coming out in reverse tells me that maybe there is something that you are doing and it is getting to the point where it's knocking you, whatever it is. Like I said, you are taking on so much responsibility that it's knocking you off of your path of knowing which way to go, this way or that way. And I also get, you've been really exhausted with kind of finding the passion and desire to focus on other things than what you have going on right here. This could be a personal situation, you know, career-wise, personal, or even, you know, something to do with your love life. Whatever it is that's troubling you, where it's starting to get the best of you and you're being told not to allow that to happen. All right, regret. I know that I cannot change the past. If y'all are focusing on things from the past that you cannot change and that's what you're holding on to, it's time to let go of that. If you're not sure how to, look up some different videos on cleansing. Maybe just take a break for yourself. Go outside and take a walk if it's really hot or whatever the case may be, because it has been globally hot everywhere, right? Maybe go in the morning or just take time out, read a book. Give yourself the time that you need, Cancer, to bring the energy back to you and not focus on something you cannot change. And trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Absolutely trust yourself, because you will know what's best for you. You will know how fast to go, how fast or slow to go in a certain situation. But I do get that with the overworking yourself and not knowing is kind of draining you. So just one day at a time, and also accept help. Take help. Don't just avoid help. I feel like you're really hard workers, or you just try to take on things all on your own. And it's not that you don't want help. I feel that some of you just don't even think to ask for help. And it's okay to ask for help. You can still be that super independent, strong person and ask for help. So let's go ahead and see what's coming up for Leos. So important weekend message for Leo. Important weekend messages for a Leo. Okay, this could be something to do with the progress of your work. Leo, someone might be stealing from your work, your ideas, your creativity. You're being told to stop sharing. Some of you are, you know, this is what you need to avoid this weekend. Do not share. If you have an idea or whatever the case may be, something new, there is a partnership that that Three of Pentacles coming out in reverse. Maybe your ideas, Seven of Swords right here. Let me just show you these cards. And the Page of Cups. So I feel like your creativity, ideas you have, be very private with them right now and don't share them with others. Even people close to you right now. There might be something you're trying to also attract, Leos, and make happen for yourself. And sharing those ideas with others as excited as you are might not be what they feel for you. So you're attracting the energy of what you want. Someone else might have a different opinion about what it is you want, and their energy will attract something different for you, which can kind of create roadblocks for what you're manifesting, what you're trying to attract in a situation. So be very careful with that, is what I'm being told. Also, somebody could have broken a contract with you and they're lying, stealing, cheating you of your time, your love, your creativity, things of that nature. I also get you shared your feelings with somebody, or you want to. Don't. Just wait. Really, really wait. You're being told to avoid sharing and giving gifts to people. If you're offering gifts to people, don't do that right now. Something about you can't afford to do that right now. So be careful of that, Leos. And if you are somebody who's a business owner or creating your business or coming up with creative ideas, and you have like $1 million idea, even if you don't know it's $1 million idea yet, don't share it yet. Be very private with that. Okay, we have patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. All right, so everything will happen as it's supposed to. And you holding on to whatever the secret is for your growth, your benefit, what you're trying to attract, what you're trying to do for yourself, will only bring in, I feel like, more blessings. Be patient. Guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Okay, so that could be what you believe about yourself. It could be even deception that you're telling yourself. So this tells me also some of you could be telling yourself something deceptive about your personal growth or your business growth. Things are happening, maybe not as rapidly or as fast as you want them to, but be positive, Leos, and hold on to that. All right, so that's what I have for y'all. Okay, now we're moving on to Virgo. Important weekend messages for Virgo, please. All right, important weekend messages for Virgo. Virgo, what is this? Okay. Avoid like financial loss or burden, something about that. All right, we have the Tower that comes out. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. There is something shocking, surprising that happens this weekend. And I feel that it's something that you had once manifested. I feel that somebody surprises you, and it really could come up that way. I feel that you bump into somebody that you hadn't thought about for some time, Virgo. Maybe you'd manifested something between the two of you at one point, and you kind of put it off back in your mind for a little while. That person shows up. Possibly to want to build something. I don't even think you're really attracted to this person if it's a love interest like that. It's not like that for you. It is shocking. It is surprising. If this is not a love interest kind of thing, I do see that there is some kind of surprise. Okay. Can y'all still hear me? We're still good. Sorry, my phone went crazy. Okay. So something about avoid like a financial loss. I'm getting that avoid somebody coming back out of the cold as well. I get that you're not wanting it. It's almost like a surprise you don't want. Very interesting. I really want to clarify on this because, you know, anytime the Tower comes out, and then especially with that Ace of Wands, it might be something that you're not desiring and you're really good. You're in a good place or you feel content where you're at. Somebody's coming back for forgiveness. Or looking for forgiveness, or this situation that pops up unexpectedly, Virgo, is a situation that needs forgiveness, needs some kind of healing for it to close. So I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Maybe that is something that has been going on. Oh, an abundance. So after this forgiveness, it looks like abundance comes in. And that is a good thing. So it says, I am limitless being. I'm a limitless being. And I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. Some of you, this has to do with your money situation. And maybe avoid overspending. Don't spend too much if you come into a fortune over the weekend. Spend your money wisely. Take your time. Oh, I want to clarify so bad. Okay. We're on Libra's next, right? Yeah. Okay, everybody. And we are good. Y'all can still hear me, right? I'm just making sure because my phone goes... Yep, okay. We're good. My phone goes crazy, then it drives me insane. All right, Libras, let's go ahead and take a look at your weekend messages. So give me important weekend messages for Libras. What important weekend messages do you have for Libras? Almost came out. Oh, Libras. Happiness is right in front of you. Oh, you don't know what to do. You're being told do not sit there and do nothing. You need to do something about this situation. All right, Libras, we have the Sun, we have the Hangman, and we have the Lovers. You are super happy in a union with somebody, but you're in suspense about possibly telling them you want a union with them or expressing your feelings on a deeper level to this person. They make you extremely happy, or you make somebody extremely happy, but these are your messages. So if you have been in suspense about telling somebody or sharing your feelings, you are told to avoid being silent, like break that silence, avoid the break in silence, and be open with your feelings and express love. It feels good and you're happy, so why not? There's harmony, okay? Everything was meant to happen the way it's supposed to happen, so don't question it. You're also being told don't over question things, don't exhaust yourself with overthinking or going back and forth. Embrace the love that is there for you. So, all right, let's go ahead and get your messages. This is really good. I like this. Ooh. Death. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. So the end of something happens for a reason, which moves you into something that makes you happier. I feel that in your situation, some of you have been going through a tough time, or you went through a tough time in the past, and trusting a love situation can be difficult, right? But you have to tell yourself and remember that endings are merely beginnings to something better. So the reason that something else ended is because you were supposed to be pushed in this direction of your fated destiny that makes you extremely happy in a union with the right person. It all was supposed to happen in divine timing and judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. So don't hold things over people that wanted to go a different direction and things ended. Let that go so you can move on and be happy as well, or move in a direction towards growth and happiness, and make judgment calls that are good for you, the situation, but also pay attention to everything. And I like that this is your card. Some of y'all could be dealing with a Scorpio with a death, card coming out, or another Libra such as yourself. You don't have to be, but those cards come out, so I like that. All right, so now Scorpio. Okay, Scorpios. Important weekend messages for Scorpio. Important weekend messages for Scorpio. Something is changing in a situation and someone's not being honest with you. They're causing all kinds of drama. You are being told to avoid this weekend possibly going too fast towards a situation or giving too much communication where it is not needed. There is definitely, I don't know if this is you going and doing this, but we do have the Wheel of Fortune coming out like this. It was more in this direction. So what was once good is possibly changing in a situation. The Justice card coming out like this could be that someone is not honest, or things might not feel fair. You might even be going through this, Scorpio, where you are feeling that something is changing, things aren't fair, and being maybe in a mood. Don't act too fast upon certain situations. Take your time. Everybody goes through highs and lows. Everybody. So where maybe you were feeling on top of the world in a situation yesterday and things change today. Hold on. Excuse me. It's okay, because that's the way that the Wheel of Fortune turns. It's going to turn, and we go through challenges, and that's okay. That wheel will turn in your favor again. It's not entirely lost right here. This Justice card coming out says you still have the potential to make things right. Now, I also get don't react in a situation. If somebody is bringing this energy to you and going quickly towards you with it's drama, it's a lot of drama, they're not being honest, things are changing, I don't see you chasing after it in any way. I just see don't make a quick, I feel like don't say something you can't take back is what keeps coming up. So there might be some drama coming up, or if you are feeling, in this state like things are changing and oh no, it's okay. Keep holding to your vision as well. Scorpio, things will turn. That wheel will turn again. So just remain positive, even in situations that might not feel so positive. Tell yourself, look up affirmations and tell yourself things that are really good that are happening in your life right now. What can you look at and look around and be grateful for in the moment, right? Friendship, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Okay, and maybe you need a friend right now, or you have a friend you can reach out to while you're going through something difficult. And service, I feel good when I can help others. Some of you might want to get out and go help others, and that will kind of lift your spirits and maybe turn that wheel back into your favor if it's going in a different direction. Helping others does turn into your favor where somebody helps you. It really does happen. So, and if it is a situation where a friend needs to come in and be of service to you, if they told you something and you kind of dismissed it, I feel like it was something really important. Think about what that friend told you. There was something really important in what they shared with you as insight. There's a reason they're in your life. And now, they could also be a friend that teaches you something. Some of y'all could have a friend that's causing drama. So that friend came into your life for a reason. And it could be to teach you a lesson about not having that kind of person around you. So let's go ahead and move on to Sagittarius. All right. Weekend messages for Sagittarius. Give me important weekend messages for Sagittarius. Important weekend messages for Sagittarius. Whoa. Ooh, I love this. Okay, I love this. This is all changing. Some of y'all have been in a funky, just not finding the energy or feeling good. Maybe you felt down, you felt drained, you just kind of felt blah, right? So the sun comes out in reverse. That's changing for you. That King of Wands, you're finding motivation again after feeling drained, after feeling that you didn't have that motivation or feeling like, you know, blah. And the moon right here tells me that you are really, really getting into just finding the inspiration again, the motivation to do things, trusting yourself, and it just feels really good. You're finding a really good emotional balance. At the bottom of the deck is going to be the Knight of Wands. This is what you should avoid. So possibly going into a situation, I'm going to say, don't cancel plans on people. Don't cancel your own plans. Even if you have felt, if you've made plans to do something, yeah, don't cancel them. Go through with those plans. There's something that you will learn in that situation. Some of y'all have a plan for something this weekend that's going to make you feel a lot better when you do it. So don't avoid certain commitments or feel like you can't commit to something that like a pre-engagement of some sort as well. And because if you do start doing that, or you make, I mean, obviously if something comes up, Sagittarius, and you can't make it for some reason, that's okay. Like you got sick or whatever. But don't cancel your plans for a made-up reason. Don't do that. Follow through with what what plans you put in place. So courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. I love this because some of y'all are looking for that again. You're looking for that motivation, that confidence again, and courage. So failure, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. There might be something that happened that has put you in this situation of feeling like it just didn't work out, but you're learning from it and you're finding motivation again to trust yourself with moving forward and saying, I got this, I can do this. So, all right. And opening up, expressing yourself, being your true you. I feel like it's been a little bit since people that care about you or people around you have seen the real you, Sagittarius. So make sure that you open up and show everybody that bright light you have. All right, so moving on to Capricorn. Important weekend messages for Capricorn. I feel like this is a little bit of a struggle, so I I also feel like you're being told, all right, at the bottom of the deck is going to be the Fool card. We have the Three of Swords, we have the Queen of Wands, and then I have the Ace of Wands, okay? Something is causing you some heartache, even though you're a very strong person. It's almost like you're losing motivation for something. And I feel like the avoidance at the bottom of the deck is saying, don't jump into something prematurely. Take your time to really learn whatever this is. There's definitely your heart might be tender right now in a certain situation, but you are a lot stronger, a lot more powerful than you give yourself credit for. You might not be feeling it though. Some of you, depending on what the situation is, your desires and things like that, it's almost like that flame. You're just not feeling like yourself. It's almost a struggle of making a choice on a particular situation, whether that is for your personal growth or, you know, your career growth or your love life. There's something about that changing, but you are a lot stronger than you give yourself credit for, Capricorn. And I do feel that there could even be a situation where there's some heartbreak or heartache that okay, I'm just going to say it like this. I feel like if y'all are seeing someone or you want intimacy with somebody and you want, I'm just going to say, if you want sex, that might not happen this weekend. Either you're avoiding it or they're avoiding it and it's making the other person feel questionable. Do you not want me? Do you want me? What's the deal? Somebody's not wanting to rush because their heart is still in a tender state of not knowing, should we do this now or not now? What if it ruins things? It's kind of like a back and forth, like what should I do? So take your time. You're being told don't make a foolish move. Avoid making foolish moves and rushing or anything like that. Also avoid jumping into something that you're not entirely sure about. It's okay to take your time. So let's go ahead and get for you. We have acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Absolutely. And courage. So I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Okay. Now with this Ace of Wands coming out, not fully in reverse, but it was like this, I do feel that you're still trying to find a desire. Also, accept things that you cannot change. If things are not happening with someone for a reason romantically, there's a bigger reason. And if there's an avoidance of this person being intimate with you, there is a bigger reason behind it. So don't rush it, okay? Take your time. Everything will unfold and you will find out why you were told to wait. So let's go ahead and see. I really want to clarify yours as well. Let's go ahead and move on to Aquarius. All right, so we are on Aquarius. Shout out to Mystique Creations. I have missed you so much. I'm so glad to see you made it in the live today. So shout out to my moderator. She is awesome. And we're going to go ahead and move on, y'all. I just had to look over. So thank you, everybody, for joining. All right. Moving on to Aquarius. Important weekend messages for Aquarius. Important weekend messages for Aquarius. Do you have? Uh-oh. Okay, so here's the thing. Yeah, I think you need to avoid that too. All right, Aquarius, didn't we just have your weekly reading that was phenomenal, yes. If you have not checked out your weekly reading, I'll need to go back and check it out. It was the best reading I have ever done because I feel that you keep opening up to somebody and then you will pull back a little bit. And it is out of fear because of the fact that you don't want to be hurt. And you want to make sure that this person's being completely genuine with their feelings and not just trying to play tricks on you, right? But it's real love. And I don't want to spoil that reading if you have not watched it, but go check it out. There's so much in that reading if you haven't watched it. You're being told to avoid being closed off. I feel that you have your defenses up. Don't be defensive in situations. Don't, have your guard up or anything. You're being told to avoid that. Let it down. It's okay to open up in this situation. The Three of Swords in reverse. The Two of Wands in reverse. And then the Eight of Cups. All right. The Nine of Swords, your energy comes out as well. Okay. It's okay to let love into your life. It is okay to make a decision to go forward and leave something that didn't feel good and doesn't feel good behind and go towards love that does feel good. So I feel the energy of what you no longer are happy with, even if you are not engaging physically with this person or energy or whatever, what you once loved, you don't anymore. And you're on the journey to find that. And it is right in front of you. And I do feel that, your heart is healing. The decision is final. I'm going to take this chance. But then here comes that fear of, but what if? What if this, that, and the other, that hasn't happened yet, Aquarius? This person, if you are in a good situation and you are being shown so much love, just be you. This person loves who you are. I want you to be happy. I want you to have that happiness. Because every time I've been reading for a while now, but when I read your sign, sometimes it's hard and people have been ingenuine, and I feel that this is your moment. So allow this love to love you. And I see that it is love. I do. And some of you, it could be a personal journey. It's kind of like healing after a situation. Some of y'all are deciding to take a journey for your own personal growth, but kind of fearing, well, what if this, that, and the other happens and goes wrong? You got to let that fear down. You got to let down those walls. Don't be defensive and just embrace this. Yes. All right, let's go ahead and get an oracle card for you. It's about time. All right, so doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. I know that you want to know everything before you get to wherever it is that you're going in this situation or reach that final destination, right? You do have to have a plan, right? Don't just be reckless and say, "Woo, I'm so free, I'm going to do this, that, and the other." Not for you chess players, right? But don't doubt yourself, and you don't have to have all the answers to every situation right now. Just trust, right? Just build the trust that needs to be there between the two of you, so that way you can let down those walls and let this person in. So guilt, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. That is exactly what you need to walk away from. You need to release that. Any kind of guilt. Y'all are too beautiful to be sad or to be worried or to be any of that, okay? So, what's so funny is I meet a lot of Aquariuses, and some people will say, some readers will say that, y'all don't talk, this and that. That's not true. Maybe it's because my opposite sign is an Aquarius since I'm a Leo. But every time I meet an Aquarius, we have the best conversations, and y'all are so intelligent, and you have a lot of insight on things that people might not even think about, but it's really interesting. So be you and embrace this moment. You deserve it. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to Pisces. All right, your important weekend messages, Pisces. Let's see. avoid deceptiveness. Avoid even people who are lying, stealing, cheating you of your time, money, resources, whatever the case may be. You need to avoid deceptive people or deception. Ooh, very interesting. I feel like this really aligns with your reading, your weekly reading. So we have the Page of Wands in reverse. We also have the Tower in reverse. And then we have the Eight of Wands. You might not have a clear, you definitely don't want to deal with somebody from the past, or even if it's recent, you're like, nope, I feel that this person possibly messaged you. You're not even wanting to look at the message. Some of y'all have left this person on read or even unread. So you don't want to deal with them because you had an intuitive feeling. You knew something was not right in a situation. So avoid that deception. Someone keeps trying to circle back around and they always they usually get their way with you, and you're not having it this time. Not this time. The Tower in reverse tells me that you are rebuilding after something where your lives have, the rug was pulled beneath your feet. You are trying to rebuild that and work on yourself. And things are happening fast, or you're like, I'm finding the motivation. Some of you are actually moving away. So you're like, no more, bye. I'm finally leaving this situation, this toxic whatever behind, this situation that's not good for my growth behind, and I'm going in a different direction. You see how you are not even looking at the past? Not even looking at the past. And if this is somebody wanting to reach out to you, I feel like if they already have, they're waiting and it's not happening and they're like, should I do it again? They try and blow up your phone. Avoid that person. Avoid them. Okay, so let's go ahead and get Oracle message for you. I love that, Pisces, because in your reading, I felt so much strength. I felt so much empowerment. Like, you encouraged me. I'm like, you all are taking the reins in your life and you are steering in whatever direction you feel is, your right path. And you're not allowing people to steal your happiness. If you haven't done it yet, like I said, for some of you, you're in the process of like, this is what I want. So you have a plan. Death, all right? I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. Something that ended or is going to end was meant to happen, and you are rebuilding for you. It only gave you the freedom you needed to start something brand new for yourself. So Judgment. Ooh, who else had this? Libra had this. Some of y'all are dealing with a Libra. So Libra had exactly the Death card and the Judgment card, didn't they? I feel like they did. So I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. And honestly, when I was on Libra, I feel like I said the Judgment card was theirs, and no, it's not. The Judgment card and the Death card are going to be Scorpio, so some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio. So, all right. Now we'll go ahead and move on to a collective. I'm going to do collective messages. So that is going to be for anybody. In case you're wondering, that's collective. That's anybody watching now, anybody watching later, or drawn to the message for the collective. So if you are drawn to watch the collective message and it resonates with you, wonderful. So let's go ahead and do collective. All right, give me important weekend messages for the collective. Please be sure to hit that like button so that way other people can receive the messages in this video as well. It can be found. And please be sure to hit the subscribe button so you never miss a reading. Notification bell as well so you are notified for all readings that you would like to receive from my channel, okay? Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. Now, collective, let's see what we have going on here. Ooh. So we have the Knight of Wands. We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, and then we have the Queen of Wands. You are definitely taking on too much, collective. So you're acting fast upon something where you are not just multitasking. I feel like you're taking from one situation and giving to another. So you're spread thin, collective. Some of y'all are being spread thin by acting quickly upon situations. But that Queen of Wands tells me by the end of the weekend, or just overall, even though you feel like your time is spread thin, or maybe whatever is going on in your situation, you're still feeling like I got this, feeling like it makes you feel really, really good. The Death card is at the bottom of the deck, so this is what you should avoid. Any major changes or transformations in a sense. Avoid ending something right away. There also might be something where you are juggling from one situation to pay another situation, to pay another situation, or whatever. So avoid ending something too quickly. Very interesting. I wish I could clarify on this, but if I did that, I'd have to do it for every single sign. So let's go ahead and get a couple of cards for you. We have loneliness. I know that I am never alone. Maybe that is what some of you have been struggling with, is feeling alone in a situation. You are never alone. That is absolutely correct. You can create relationships in many different ways. Think about it this way. Before we had, cell phones, before we had the internet, people found a way to communicate before we ever had any of these platforms. And now that the entire world is connected, you're never alone, collective. We can all connect together. So just know that if you're ever feeling alone, you have a place here. You can come here and you can comment or whatever. We're a community of people that want to help each other feel better. So forgiveness, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So allow forgiveness in your life, whether people want you to forgive them. If you're not ready to, that's understandable. But also forgive yourself, even if some of y'all have been hard on yourselves a little bit. So that's what I have for you. Thank you everyone so very much. I'm gonna go shopping for my mom and make her a really good meal, since she's like, you don't have to do that, hun. You don't need to cook for me. But I told her, I said, no. She's been in a center getting rehabbed for her leg. She broke her leg. So for a week, and I want her to have a nice home cooked meal. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the grocery store and take care of that. Thank you all so very much. And be sure to hit that like, share, subscribe button. I will see y'all in the rest of your readings coming up this weekend. Love you all. Sending you lots of blessings and happiness and nothing but positive vibes. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.